We are still on with our very first guest, Lady ONYIADE Obadimu. And our next question is this. What do you think about the alarming rate of divorce and separation in our society today?
All right. That's a very good question, and a question that we need to pay very critical attention to, because we could see that marriages seem not to be working in our today's society. But the truth is, it can work if you choose that you want it to work. Now, first and foremost, why marriages are failing is because most of us don't even prepare ourselves before we propose. What do I mean by not preparing? Marriage is not a reward for love. Some of us will think that marriage is a reward for love. It's not. It's a responsibility that requires maturity. That is what marriage is. A
responsibility that requires maturity.
So you see people thinking that, oh, let me go and marry. Once I marry, it's a reward for love. It's not. Because what marriage requires from you, it requires you to have a good emotional control. Marriages are failing because there's no emotional control. It requires that you have a financial discipline. Most marriages collapse because there's no financial discipline. It requires that there is communication. In our world today, there is no communication. People are giving to their own opinion. In fact, you see, husband will face TV, wife will face phone. The social media has become the place of communication for them. Another situation is patience. I can't take this rubbish from you. I can't take this, I can't take that. Then to worsen it is the unnecessary lectures and advice given to women.
All over the place.
Oh, we're in a feministic world. Don't take that from any man, no. If you take it, so patience is lost. These are the reasons why marriages are failing. Those are the reasons. And secondly, I want to mention that your understanding of marriage matters. Don't see marriage as a perfect structure. No marriage is perfect. I told you my own challenges.
You work it.
It's something that you have to be purposeful about. Your marriage will be faced with storms. But what is important is the commitment of the two to solving the problem. In today's marriages, the young are not ready to be committed to solving it. They tell themselves, I cannot carry your own shit with me. Let's call it a quit. In fact, I can't endure this anymore. Let's call it a quit. So that place of patience is lost. When you're not seeing beyond the problem, you don't want to come together and get it solved. Let me give you a very practical example, which I'm working on a literature book on that. You find out that in the marriage, one spouse probably is not given to sex like the other. These are things that they will not tell us on our pulpits. Rather than the other to say, okay, this is a problem.
Let's work it.
Let's work it out. You tell yourself, if it's the man, for example, what kind of thing is this? How can I be begging my wife I want to sleep with her? She's not giving me the way I want it. I beg, I be guy. People are throwing themselves at me. And then the man, because of his ego and unnecessary status he has given himself, goes out and start messing up. Rather than sitting down with the spouse, see, I am not enjoying this part of our marriage. Can we seek for medical help? Do we see sex therapist talk to us? Do we pray? Should it be spiritual? And then in the place of patience, see that whatever medical advice or counsel that you have been given to changing the situation, you patiently go through it with that spouse. Both of the women.
Vice versa.
My libido is high. It's not giving me the way I want. I cannot continue. In fact, he has poor erection. So I can't cope. Rather than seeing how the two of you
will walk through
it and then enjoying your sex life. So in marriage, people don't see it as being purposeful anymore. People have become so self-centered. If it's not going my way,
what I want,
I can't go it your way. So let's call it a quit.
And something that is workable. In fact, everything is workable.
If the two of you agree to be team mates, you can work it out. There's no situation that is beyond repairs.
Yeah.
That's the reason we're having this alarming rate of
divorce and separation.
Let me give you a good example to cap up this. A young lady and the spouse got married. We happened to attend our wedding. They spent so much on the
celebration.
Beautiful. People do wedding on marriage. Spent so much. They did all sorts and everything. And they just 3 months into it. The mom who we happen to know called us. You people have to go and help me castle these children. It's a back and forth quarrel. I don't understand what is happening and all that. And then we called the young man. What's the problem? You're barely 3 months old. You need to enjoy yourselves. What's the issue? And he said, my mom cooks well. She doesn't know how to cook. We can't be getting food from outside. She can't be bringing in people to cook my meal. I want to see her cook my meal with every counsel and prayers invested on them. They parted at the 6th month. These are the kind of marriages we have now because what? Like I said earlier, the motive with which they went into marriage
is wrong.
Was a wrong one. So when the storm of life starts, hitting them up, they couldn't look beyond that storm. What does it take the man to say, okay, you don't know how to cook? All right, we're going to get someone who will put you through some cuisine. Or we can do it together. I've seen mom when she was cooking. So let's do it together. You could teach your spouse.
Very simple something.
And then you don't have to flaunt your mother, your sisters who doing. As in criticizing the lady, she'll never get it right. So those are the reasons we're having this alarming rate of divorce and separation.
And on the part of the men, you're saying the same thing too now.
Yes, the same. The men too.
You're not ready.
They are not ready to make any form of adjustment. In fact, some of the men are not ready to sacrifice in the marriage.
Anything.
If it's not the way they want it, then it can never be. So there is no compromise. Marriage, there must be a compromise.
Yeah.
There must be a compromise. So most of the men are not even ready to compromise.
They are not ready.
And you know why they cannot compromise? They are not mature. It's emotional immaturity that makes you cannot compromise with the person you call your better half. They are not mature. They are still boys who feel they should be men.
And they feel they are men.
And they feel they are men. That maturity has to be there. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for this. I'm really enjoying myself.
Thank you. Same here.